Alright, little witchlings, I am here with some more tips. Okay, so this video, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet because I am going to be going live to do free tarot readings. So one thing that I see in here all the time is, I want to start witchcraft, but I don't have the money to do it. And I know I've done videos before about tips and tricks on how to do it cheap. But this video is going to be on how you can start your craft with only $5 to $10 in a Dollar Tree. And I'll show you some stuff that you can get for free with a little bit of elbow grease and using your eyes. Okay, so I spent a little bit more than $5 at Dollar Tree, but I got more stuff as to show you different options on what you could get for your $5 or $10. And some of the stuff is for me. Okay. So, okay, so what's the first thing you need to start your craft? Is something to record stuff. Your book of shadows or grimoire, or whatever you want to call it. I just need to find... Sorry, I'm just trying to find some stuff. Okay. So, the first thing you need is your book of shadows. Or just something to record stuff. If you do a spell or any types of work, you need something to write this stuff down with. So at Dollar Tree, you can get yourself a nice little composition book. This has 100 sheets, which means that it is 200 pages. There's also these little tables in the front that it's a class schedule, but it has days of the week, important information. So on the class schedule for days of the week, you can put correspondences in that table. Important information, you can write Sabbats down, astrology. Sorry, you can write Sabbats down or other important dates. And contacts, you can use that to write anything you want to. And in the back, there's also tables. There's a little ruler, some metric conversions, and then some measurements for dry measurements, liquids, surface measure, which can be really helpful. But some people prefer the composition notebooks because it's all bound and it's not like a spiral notebook where everything can come out. And you can get pens. They have all different types of colors. You can get cheap ones. You can get pens that have more ink. But I got these because they are gel pens that are colored. So you can use these to write with and make it a little bit more colorful. And you can also use them for different correspondences if you're doing an elemental page. Because there are different colors. There's like a burgundy color, or sorry, red, 2 different shades of orange, pink, purple, blue, green, and black. So there's that. Or if you don't want a composition notebook and you want something that maybe you can move stuff around in, maybe have some pockets. This is going to take a second because instead of just showing you, I want to assemble this. So you can get a binder, and they have these in the front. So if you want to draw something or print off the page, you know, saying Book of Shadows, you can slide it in there, change it out. And they have pockets in the front. Now the composition of book is cheaper, but some people like binders a little bit easier because you can take things out, rearrange stuff. But I would start out with just buying a pack of notebook paper, because if you are going to print everything out, it's going to cost a lot of money, and you just may as well buy a Book of Shadows that's already complete. Okay. So I'm just going to throw this together really quick. And all of my Book of Shadows actually are sketchbooks. These pages aren't lined perfectly up. Alright, so I just got a white one, and you can also get these dividers if you want to split your Book of Shadows up into sections. See, you can get a pack of 6, and they even come with little labels, and they have pockets on both sides. So, nope, just one side, but they have pockets so you can put stuff in here. Maybe you find something and you print it out. Yep. And then, so you can maybe do like the Sabbats and rituals, spells, tarot, deities, and other miscellaneous stuff. And you can write it out on labels and stick it on there. And if you want your spells, all you have to do is flip it open and you have everything there. So there's that option. And so that is the first or option, and here's the second. Okay, so our other or option is candles, because at some point you're going to need candles. And I'm just sticking with white because another tip is you can use white for anything that you want to. White is universal. Dollar Tree also sells birthday candles, so if you absolutely want a color candle but you don't have the money to get one, just go into the party section and get you a pack of birthday candles. So you can either get a pack of votives, and you don't need, if you just want one candle, you know, you can just use one votive, or sorry about that. I am not restarting this. Okay, so you can use votives, you can just use one that you work with. You can reuse candles, or if you want tapered candles, you can get tapered candles, or if you want tea lights, you can get these. And if you have a warmer or something, you can actually melt these and put some herbs and stuff in it. And they also have these, which are really good. They are 5-hour emergency candles, so they last a really long time. And if you need to, and Dollar Tree, they have matches. So I got this box, and they're the long ones, so they're good for big candles, or anything that's hard to light with a little match. This was $1. It's a box of 300 matches. They also sell lighters, which is a good thing. But if you get a votive candle, you are going to need something to set it in. So I just picked up this. Dollar Tree, they have a bunch of these little candle holders. So you just take a votive, stick it in there, and you can light it. You can use spells, whatever. But pretty much out of everything I listed, all you really need to start, and I can count it up. If you don't have them, I'm just saying, if you don't have any of the stuff, so pens, notebook, that's $2, a 4-pack of votives, which can last you a very long time, 3, a box of matches, that's 4, and the holder. So that's $5 right there, and that's pretty much all you need to start your craft. Next thing up, olive oil. You can get little bottles of olive oil. You can use these to make oils to anoint your candles with. And there's other things you can use the oils for. Let's say you feel like you need herbs and salt. So I just got this because basil is pretty universal. It's not whole, but it'll work. So you can get herbs there for $1. They have different things. Witch tips, rosemary, you can substitute it for anything. White candles, you can substitute it for any color candle. Pepper can be substituted for anything as far as binding spells or hexes, and tobacco can be substituted for any type of poison that a spell requires, which obviously you can't get cigarettes at the Dollar Tree, but you can get them at a gas station, and it's fairly cheap. And ta-da! Salt. They actually have organic pink Himalayan salt, and it's a 1-pound bag, and this will last a long time. And also too, a fun fact about pink Himalayan salt, if you need a crystal, pink Himalayan salt is actually a crystal as well as being a salt. It actually has the same properties as rose quartz. Another thing, if you're like, well, I need an athame, but I can't afford one. Obviously, they have steak knives and whatever else. But I just picked up this little pocket knife because if you can carry it with you, and it has different blades. You can, use the knife for this all, and you can etch in runes and other sigils and symbols onto candles for spells. Like if you take a little tea light, you can mark stuff in it, or if you have a votive, you can mark it. You can mark your tall wick candles. And they sell sand. Sand is very good for spell work, and you can, if you get a bowl, like you can just get one out of your cabinet, or you can buy one specifically for this. You can take a bag of sand like this, fill the bowl with it, and you can stick incense sticks into it, which you can also get at the Dollar Tree, or you can get at Walmart. and the sand will hold the incense sticks, and you can also put things out into the sand. Oh, and another thing that is important to get, I know we all have cell phones, I do too, but sometimes I find it harder for me to follow things if it's in my phone because it's easier to ignore. Some things I actually need written down right in front of my face. So one thing that I urge you to get is a calendar. I got this at Dollar Tree. They have different sizes. They have small calendars, little pocket ones. They have desk calendars. This is a wall one. I just love it because it's very witchy. But the calendars, they have moon phases on them. So that way you know which phase the moon is going to be on what date. And if you get, and you can also write down the Sabbats or, you know, different dates for different deities and different things. But this one is really witchy. I'm gonna put it up on the wall, but you can see the different things. Yeah. So a calendar is another must-have, in my opinion. And while you're in there, look for things like this. I know it says prayer box, and I know what you're thinking, Christian, but not really. You can actually use this little tin as a little travel altar if you have birthday candles and stuff. But this comes with a little piece of paper and a pencil. So say you want to go somewhere, you can just throw a little birthday candle in here, a pack of matches, a rock, a little baggie of herbs, and your little pocket knife, stick it in your pocket, and you're good to go. But these little papers are also good for devotions, or if you have thoughts you want to put in there, you can use it for that. Okay, say you want on your altar God and Goddess representation, but you don't have the money to get something. Well, you can always draw their symbols or print out a picture, but printer paper doesn't really stay up. So at Dollar Tree, you can get frames to put on your altar and it looks lovely. See, you have gold and silver, which are the God and Goddess colors. And another thing you can get at, oh, I forgot this, with the tall taper candles, Dollar Tree also sells these candle holders for $1, so you can put your tall taper candle in it. And another thing you can get at Dollar Tree, which can get expensive, is you can get containers to keep herbs in. So they have ones that are this type, which is very airtight. And then they have these, which they're not very airtight, but this can actually make a good spell jar, or if you're going to be using it a lot, it still has a nice seal in it because it has rubber, but this could also make a good spell jar. All you have to do is strip some wax, which you can use from your white candles from Dollar Tree. And if you want an altar cloth, they also sell these. I just picked up a red one. They're a little bit bigger than the ones that Walmart has, and they don't have as many colors, but if you don't have a Walmart or whatnot, you can just go and get one of these fabric squares, put it down, and you have an altar cloth. And last but not least, because we all know that they love them, you can get like a little baggie of chocolates or something. Just get something that's individually wrapped and make sure that you don't litter, and you can use these as offerings. That's about it. Everything cost me about $30. A lot of this stuff is up to your preference. Oh, and the other thing, if you don't want to use any of your spoons, there's a lot of things that you can use spoons for. Witches spoons are very special tools, so you get it and you dedicate it to just your craft. Okay, so that's stuff that you can get at Dollar Tree. And I might, some of the stuff I might keep, but what I'm probably going to do is the Sylvia Brown book and some some of the candles and like the binder and stuff, I might just pack it all up and put it in a giveaway, or just give it to somebody that is new to the craft that doesn't have any money to start. And there's also things you can get for free. So we're gonna get into that right now. Okay, so these things I actually got just yesterday on a walk, and FYI, I am nowhere near a beach. I actually found these on the river because in some freshwater bodies, there are actually clams and oysters. So you just have to look up your local area. I found these clam shells. And you can also buy shells at Dollar Tree, but there's my water. And I found these as well. This is a hagstone, and I'm not sure what this is. So you don't need crystal, and here's your earth. So you don't need crystals. I mean, the little tumble ones, they're fairly cheap. But like I said, if you're at that point where you have no money, go for a walk near a body of water, especially if you're near a beach. You can find sea glass, seashells. Go out and dig in your yard and get some rocks, because a lot of rocks actually have a lot of really important properties, like granite, slate, sandstone, limestone, which are all fairly abundant. And you can also find natural quartz crystal, which are the white milky ones. I actually found some digging in my yard. It's not clear, it's like a milky, but it's still a crystal, and you can use it, and that's how you can start. But oh, and another thing is, try to keep any spare change you can, because you can use those for divination, for spells, for offerings, and a bunch of other things. Oh, and one thing I forgot that you can get at Dollar Tree, speaking of divination, if I can find it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Another cheap form of divination. Playing cards. You can actually use playing cards in place of tarot cards, because the minor arcana suit you can use the 4 suits in this in place of the 4 minor arcana suits in the tarot deck. Wands, chalices or cups, pentacles, coins, discs, or swords, or athames, whichever deck you use. So that's another thing. And everything cost me $30, but as far as the stuff I showed you was only $20, because I also got these to put on my altar for Maybon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's $4. So everything I got was $28. But later I think I did show a video of it, but I had some stuff on there that I had bought after. But I'll do a video where I will show my setup of my very first altar that I had that cost me $25 between Walmart and Dollar Tree. And other places you can check out to find different color candles at good prices, things for your altar. Check out Goodwill, other thrift stores, and flea markets. So that is my witchy tips on how you can start your craft for under $10. Thank you. Have a lovely day.